It's a sobering thought to admit that you are a mass murderer, especially in a culture that celebrates those mass murders under the euphemisms of demons, compassion, equity, women's health care, reproductive rights, reproductive justice, or to quote the alleged president of the United States who coined a new euphemism at the State of the Union when referring to abortion, maternal health care. Maternal health care. New one I'd never heard before until Joe Biden just pulled that out of his butt, or likely written by one of his speechwriters at the State of the Union. Abortion is now maternal health care, guys, as says the President of the United States. Oh, so they're admitting that they're mothers. Maternal, meaning mothers, health care, referring to abortion. So mothers should have the health care right to murder their own children. These are the euphemisms that are required to dehumanize the unborn. It's very difficult to be this brutally honest about the number of babies and innocent persons you have murdered when the culture celebrates you, props you up, and calls you a hero. The abortion industry often refers to abortionists, by the way, as heroes. They literally use that word because they see these abortionists as sort of standing in the gap on behalf of women and holding back the Republican tyrannical tide that wants to control women's bodies, or whatever stupid language they use. Well, Dr. Cesare Santangelo is a mass murderer, but he won't acknowledge it. He won't admit it. He will double down because he's making a lot of money killing these children. But don't worry, he's convinced himself that they're not really persons and they don't have any rights, just as Nazi doctors convinced themselves that, these Jews aren't really persons. They're Untermensch. They're subhuman. And the same thing, of course, happens with abortion today. This is the power of bigotry, by the way, because bigotry blinds you to what would otherwise be obvious truths about human nature, right? This was sort of the whole thesis of my university lecture tour, and hopefully we'll release the audio from one of those, that bigotry is never recognized as bigotry when it's being practiced. Racism is never recognized as racism when it's being practiced. Nazis didn't think they were bad guys. Slaveholders didn't think they were bad guys, did they? No, they thought that they were exercising their rights. They viewed their activity as, if not righteous, certainly right, something they were entitled to. This is why slavery was defended as economic rights, right? And now abortion is exercised and defended as bodily autonomy, reproductive health care. Not ironically, the same arguments are actually used, aren't they? When the left says bodily autonomy, my body, my choice, they're just telling you that the baby is their property. Oh, wait. Oh, some humans are property? We went down that road before, didn't we? So make no mistake, when you hear the my body, my choice or bodily autonomy arguments that sometimes acknowledge that the baby has a right to life, but that the mother's rights, her bodily autonomy rights, trump the child's bodily autonomy rights, they're just telling you the baby is the mother's property. Okay, haven't we learned our lesson that no human being is property? Well, this is how these children are treated, and these are how Dr. Cesare Santangelo treats these children by convincing their mothers that they can't really succeed if they don't go through this healthcare procedure, that they need this because, the boyfriend's not in the picture and they're poor and they really need to do this.